This story of Mr. Noisy. Mr. Noisy was a very, very noisy person. For example, if Mr. Noisy was reading a story to you, he'd be shouting the top of his voice, and the top of Mr. Noisy's voice is very loud voice. You can hear it 100 miles away. For example, when most people sneeze, you can hear them in the next room. But, achoo! When Mr. Noisy sneezes, you can hear it in the next country. Now, this story starts when Mr. Noisy was asleep in bed. His bedroom was on top of the hill. He was snoring, and you can well imagine when Mr. Noisy snores, that is snore was hearing. Sounds more like a herd of elephants that snore. Then Mr. Noisy went up. Mr. Noisy's alarm clock sounds more like an alarm clock in the world. Sounds like a fire engine. Mr. Noisy woke up and all people who lived in Wobble Town, which is at the bottom of Mr. Noisy's hill. Later that day, Mr. Noisy decided that he had to go shopping. He went out of his house, shutting the door behind him. Bang! The door wobbled. The house wobbled. Oh, yeah, wobbled down, wobbled even for flying high, wobbled. Then Mr. Noisy walked down the hill. Clump, clump, clump. He walked into the big shop. Crash went the door to bang went the door to shut. Eyes like a loaf of bread, boomed Mr. Noisy to Scrum the baker's wife. Mrs. Van Trump slid in the loaf. Then Mr. Noisy walked down the street. The butcher, clump, clump, clump. He walked in the bake shop. Crash went the door to open it. Bang went the door to shut. I'd like a piece of meat, boomed Mr. Noisy to Mr. Bacon the butcher. Mr. Bacon trembled. So some meat. Afterwards, Mrs. Scrum met Mr. Bacon straight. We really must do something about Mr. Noisy being so noisy, she said. Absolutely, replied Mr. Bacon. But what? I now said Mrs. Scrum, and she whispered into Mr. Bacon's ear. Mr. Bacon smiled at his small spiritual bright grin. Mrs. Scrum said, I think you have the answer, Vincent. The following day, Mr. Noisy went again Ben went shopping and to Wobble Town. Clump, clump, clump. He went into Mrs. Crumb's shop. I'd like a loaf of bread, he boomed. Sorry, what did you say? Asked Scrump, pretending not to hear. I'd like a loaf of bread, Mr. Noisy shouted. Sorry, said Miss Scrump, putting her hand to her ear. Can you speak up, please? I'd like a loaf of bread, roared Mr. Noisy. I can't hear you, cried Scrump. Mr. Noisy gave up. Mr. Noisy went into Mr. Bacon's shop. I'd like a piece of meat, he boomed. Mr. Bacon pretended not to notice. I'd like a piece of meat, Mr. Noisy shouted. Did you say something, Mr. Bacon? I said I'd like a piece of meat, roared Mr. Noisy. Pardon, said Mr. Bacon. Mr. Noisy gave up, went out, went home, went to bed hungry. The day after, Mr. Noisy tried again. He went to Mrs. Crumb's shop. I'd like a loaf of bread, he boomed. And what as Mrs. Crumb, Mr. Noisy started shouting at the top of his voice, a loaf of... And he stopped. And then he thought. Then he said quietly, I'd like a loaf of bread, Mrs. Crumb. Mrs. Crumb smiled certainly, he said. Then Mr. Noisy went into Mr. Bacon's shop. I'd like a piece of meat, he boomed. Did you say something? Asked Mr. Bacon. Yes, I did, he shouted. Mr. Noisy at the very top of his voice. I said I'd like a... And then he stopped. And then he thought. And he said quietly, I'd like his meat. Yes, Mr. Bacon. Mr. Bacon smiled my pleasure. So, carrying Brenna's meat, Mr. Noisy set off home up the hill. Clump, clump, clump. Ooh. And he stopped. And he thought, you know what he did? Tiptoed. Tiptoe was something Mr. Noisy never tried before. It was fun. Mr. Noisy arrived at his front door. Put out his hand to open the door. And he stopped. He thought, you know what to do? He opened the door very quietly. He stepped inside. Then he shut the door very gently. Quietly and gently were two things Mr. Noisy had never tried before either. That was fun too. Two. You know something? From then to now, Mr. Noisy isn't anything as noisy as he used to be. Do you know something else? The world sounded delighted, especially around Mr. Big. Do you know something else? Mr. Noisy has learned how to whisper.